The Australian farmers will finally begin.
I got up before 5 this morning to prepare for this show and do my blog, and I flicked through maybe 6 newspapers, 4 news blogs, aggregator sites like Drudge and Insta the Pundit. Readers also sent me dozens of links to news tips, and I did all that on the internet before a single physical newspaper hit my lawn. The internet is giving us news quicker, but at the same time, it's actually killing newspapers by giving away news for free and stealing advertising. Now, few newspaper companies have felt that pain more than Fairfax, which publishes The Age and Sydney Morning Herald. Those 2 newspapers alone lost a third of their staff in 5 years. Many smaller Fairfax newspapers have closed.
Fairfax's historic announcement was published via the internet.
The days of the huge printing plants built for our legacy print classified business are well and truly over. There will be redundancies.
The bad news on restructuring and redundancies was broken to Fairfax editorial staff today by CEO Greg Highwood, who said he would increase the focus on digital publications and even consider ceasing printed publications altogether if their revenues continued to deteriorate.
Today we've heard the company's plan for cutting costs. What we're yet to hear is the company's plan to preserve the quality of the editorial content that these mastheads deliver. These are great mastheads. They're an integral part of the fabric of our democracy, and our concern is to ensure that they continue to deliver quality, independent journalism for the Australian community.
This is a disgraceful act by Fairfax today. They come out in the media, they don't even give their own employees the grace to tell them what they're actually planning on doing. Still now, we don't know. They've had no discussion with us in regards to not come out, tell your own employees that you're going to be putting them out of work by 2014, shutting 2 of the major plants around this country. It is an absolute disgrace. They need a good hard look at themselves.
It's always disappointing when any Australian is losing their job, particularly possibly up to 1,900 here. But the internet will continue its march, and sectors that were profitable previously are going to struggle as the internet cannibalises different parts of the economy. It's not something you can stop. It's not something you can turn back.
In the old days, the presses were stopped to add a big story to a newspaper. Today, when it was announced the presses would close, many people read all about it online. But the editor of the Sydney Morning Herald was in no mood to talk.
So does your newspaper have a future?
Fairfax staff were given the grim news by their chief executive, ironically over the internet.
1,900 people will be leaving the business over the next 3 years.
Hardest hit are staff at the Tullamarine and Chullora printing plants. They'll close within 2 years.
The days of the huge printing plants built for our legacy print classified business are well and truly over.
Staff in Melbourne reacted angrily.
We're telling Fairfax very loudly and clearly that they should be ashamed of themselves tonight, and that they should come out and absolutely disclose where these jobs are, who is affected directly.
There were tears also in the newsrooms of The Age and the Sydney Morning Herald.
We've never seen redundancies of this magnitude. This could be 1 in 4, 1 in 5 of the remaining reporters going.
Those left will have smaller newspapers to fill. Both broadsheets will be reduced next year to tabloid size. And Fairfax will build paywalls around its immensely popular news websites.